Lenicus Denarian, Wandering Trader Extraordinaire. Today we're going to have a look at the face customization here, and also it was kind of a fun class I wanted to try out, so I'll show you the custom class and the attributes and stuff that go with that. So let's go back to the character creation, and I'll show you the making of Mr. Denarian here. So we made him a male dark elf. Some of you all have asked for a male dark elf customization, so I thought just instead of just providing like a really good looking one, let's make one with fun, unique features and maybe a unique personality. So here we have the Wandering Tradesman Lenicus Denarian. Name him whatever you want. I just thought it was a fun, flowery name. Right, so, okay. Dark elf. Looking at his body, moved his complexion. We'll go through the tabs like we always do in the customization videos. And if you haven't seen one of the customization videos here on my channel, we'll have a link right here for you for some of the other ones. Right, so complexion. I darkened his skin a little bit. You know, it's a little more dark elf, a little less just, you know, kind of blue. I like this tone here better. Moving through here to head. We'll start with these and go left to right. So, all right, so here's his brow settings. So you can go ahead and screenshot this, pause this, write these down, whatever. Here's his brow settings, just tweaked with this just ever so slightly to make him look a little more elfy. All right, cheeks, a little bit, messed a little bit with these here. Apparently, I was kind of imagining Jim Carrey's character from A Series of Unfortunate Events. I liked the features of that character, so I kind of brought him here to our shrewd traveling merchant. Anyway, here are the cheek settings that we have here. Moving to the chin, I definitely worked a lot with his chin. You can see all of these settings here. Get this cool, very shrewd look. There's these settings here. Moving down to eyes. Here you have his eye settings. Right here. All right, moving down to face. Here's these general settings right here for his face. Forehead. I didn't change anything here. Yep, didn't need to change anything here at all. Jaw. We changed a few things here. Mouth. Mouth and nose, of course, have the most options. So here's the top half of the mouth customization page. You can see right here. And here's the bottom half of the mouth page. All right, moving on to nose. Here's the top portion of the nose settings. To get this wonderfully prominent nose, here's the top portion. Move it down to the middle portion with the bridge and nostrils right there. And the bottom section of the nose page right there. So there's all of the face shape options. Now, one thing I want to say before we go on here, some of you all have commented, and by the way, of course, I appreciate the views. Thank you so much for your reviews and comments on the customization videos. A good number of people have commented that though they copied the settings exactly, they were getting different faces. The general consensus is that these people are on console, whereas here we're on PC. But some people on console have said that they did get the exact same face. One person in particular said that it looked different to him until he went out of the sewer. It could be that obviously PC has a wider range of graphical shading options and lighting and stuff like that. It could be that maybe because of console graphical limitations or whatever, the lighting looks different in here. I don't know. It's just an idea. Right. So let's go to tone right here. That was an idea I'm throwing out there. We're going to start off with his eye color. For his eye color, this here's the default. I went ahead and chose this one. So it's still the dark elf style eye, but it's brown. I think it's better. It kind of goes with his hair that we got here. We'll look at his hair in a moment. For skin, I only tweaked with these just a little bit. No skin tint, and I just kind of tweaked these a little bit, ever so slightly. You can see right here. And makeup, we took off his lipstick all the way. It was just too much. I actually tried running with him. I actually thought maybe a more like kind of flamboyant look or whatever, which he definitely exudes in his dress. Of course, you saw his outfit. And that's the thing. He definitely exudes flamboyance in his style of dress, in his mannerisms perhaps, and, well, in his hair, right? And so I tried to carry that forward and maybe have some lipstick. Nah, it wasn't working, so we took it all the way off. No eyeshadow, and lipstick color, yeah, well, it's default and it's off, so it's irrelevant. Right, so there's that. His hair, we are going with, once I saw this hairstyle, I knew exactly the one I had to have. This one right here. And I turned up the length a little bit. You can do whatever you want, you know, right? And he has no facial hair. For his hair color, here's what we did. The root color is this one right here. In particular, it's this one. And for hair tip color, I selected one of these and then I selected this, and that does make a difference. Like if you select something and then select this back, it makes it darker black, right? So yeah, I selected this and then I went back and selected that, just to be clear, because that could cause a thing, because by default, this absence of color by default is like brown, but if you select something else and then select it, you kind of get black. So anyway, this red color here, and then this, and then I turned the gradient amount to 91 to kind of get a mixture of the black and the red, kind of get that dark muddy red there. So that's all those settings. All right, and now let's have a look at his class. I thought I'd throw in a class with this one in case you wanted to, yeah, because the whole idea here, I was thinking, well, what would be a cool dark elf? For me, it was more than just a face. It was, I wanted to put a personality and a character with it. So for the birth sign, I chose a mage because this is a magic-based class, and I think this is a good, okay, so for a magic-based class, you basically have 3 options: mage, apprentice, Atronach. Atronach is for like meme builds. So no. So it's between apprentice and mage. Apprentice gets more mana, but it's riskier because you take more damage. I thought to myself, Lenicus is a traveling merchant. He's very shrewd. He's very good at wheeling and dealing. So he's going to want a sure thing. He's not going to want to gamble on taking more damage. He's going to want the good, solid 50-point magical fortification. And he's not going to deal with any drawbacks. So that's mage birth sign. Right. Now, for his class, I'll show you his custom class that we made. Wandering Tradesman. And so right here you can see the overview of Wandering Tradesman. So it's a magic class. I went ahead and chose Intelligence, Willpower. Now, for his skills, and I'll tell you the thought process behind the skills. All right, so Alchemy. Well, because he's definitely going to deal with snake oil and selling concoctions and things like that. Like, I think traveling salesman, I definitely think concoctions. So alchemy was a must. I also think he should be able to repair his own repair stuff, you know, and sell it. But armor would be I believe is a misleading skill to take, because for a couple of reasons. First of all, armor, it's useless because if you want to level up your armor, you just buy hammers and just bang on stuff and level it up. Also, if it's one of his major skills, then it will contribute to his leveling. He'll level faster. And you don't want to artificially get more levels than you need in Oblivion, because the way stuff levels to you, the other enemies are just going to level up too, and it's stupid. It's as stupid as taking athletics, in other words, right? So anyway, that's why armor is not on here, but alchemy is. Alchemy to make his concoctions and his snake oil. So then his magic schools, Alteration, Destruction, Illusion, and Mysticism are the magic schools he's taking. Alteration is for things like opening locks so he can get more goods from tombs, and increasing his carrying weight so he can carry more goods out of tombs to sell. This makes sense. Mysticism. Mysticism for trapping souls so that he can recharge weapons. You know, he needs to be able to recharge and enchant stuff, right? So, because he's, yeah, right. So mysticism is chiefly for that. Illusion, for charm and stuff like that, which kind of goes along with the speechcraft. Illusion, well, and of course, all these schools do other things, but these are the chief reasons I chose these. Charming people, trapping souls, recharging weapons, opening locks, and increasing his carry weight, you know, things like that. And destruction, because he needs to fight somehow. So for fighting, we have destruction and marksman. Yeah, it works well. You can use a bow whenever you don't, if you're out of magic gear for whatever reason. He's got a good backup. Again, he's very practical in the way he thinks about things. He's very flamboyant, but he's also very practical. And speechcraft, because that's probably the most obvious skill that you should have in a traveling merchant, is speechcraft. And I think that covers everything here. Did I cover all these? Yeah, I covered all these. So there's everything behind the Wandering Tradesman. So let's go ahead and continue this. Now, he's very fun to play. He's still only level 1. I might play with him some more, but this is primarily a customization video like the previous ones, just with some character ideas thrown into it. It's not a whole build idea, although I'm sure the class will work fine. And I put some thought into, you know, as I said, you know, I put some thought into which ones we gave him. I thought it was, this is a fun idea and inspiration video, so I hope you guys found some fun and inspiration out of it. As for the outfit, my Lenicus here, he's still only level 1. I just broke into a chapel and raided the downstairs room and got some clothes. I'm sure they don't mind, you know, they're very generous, right, being a church and all like that, so it's fine, it's fine. But, so this is the kind of outfit like I envisioned he would be wearing, this and the gold trimmed shoes. And he does usually carry a bow, though I have it unequipped here. We set some quick actions up for him, such as mana potion, health potion, and you know, some basic spells that we started off with for getting around in Cyrodiil. These work pretty well. Everything works, yeah, pretty well here for him. And so, yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. And I'd like to try some other ideas like this. If you got any other ideas that maybe you'd like to see or anything like that, or just give me some feedback on this type of video and doing little class inspiration ideas along with the facial customization. I think it's pretty fun this way. Guy, oh, wore my outfit. See, we started a whole trend here in Coral. That's just what happens when you're a trendsetter and you have such good speechcraft skills. All right, guys, so thanks so much for watching. Be sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. I'll see you guys soon with another Oblivion video. Maybe we'll do some more customization, maybe some more build ideas, or maybe we'll do something something different. All right, guys, I'm going to have a word with these good folks here. I will see you all next time.